Hey everyone, this is Jules. I've gotten a few emails about whitewashing. In my last video, I shared a coffee sleeve mini book and a recipe book. And I guess at the beginning of the video, I had mentioned that I had whitewashed the sleeves. Let me show you. I have it here. And I wanted to give a really shabby chic look to it. What I had shared is that I had whitewashed all of the sleeves, and then I gessoed all the way around it. So the question was, what is whitewashing? How do you whitewash? What do you need to whitewash? So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I'm not going to do it on this particular piece, but I'm going to show you the sleeves here. Like on the back of the first page, you can see how it looks like watery paint back there. That's a whitewash. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. I also did the same technique, well, sort of, on the sleeves on the inside. Now this is all like some paint, some of the paint dabber, which I am, I think I'm like halfway done with the bottle, but the dauber part is all bald now, so I can't really use it really well. So I have to use either just regular white paint or just like wipe this on and then use my sponge applicator to dab it. So I didn't whitewash it completely. I did more of just a texturized look to it, and then I just wiped some of the paint on the edges. And the cardstock that I used for this is a piece here, so I'm going to do it on that. All you need is whatever your project is. I'm going to use this. Then you need either your white paint dauber, which I have on sale on my blog with some other mediums and things over there, so you can find that there. Or if you don't have the white dauber paint, you can use any kind of white paint, whether it be Apple Barrel, Craft Smart, whatever other brands that are out there. You can also whitewash with gesso, and I buy this at Walmart. So let me show you really quick. So like this here, you want to make sure, now this little circular thing there is like a little plunger, so once it's pushed in, the paint will leak out of it. So when you whitewash, you want to kind of do that to it. And what you can also do is with a wet cloth, actually it's not even wet, you can use a wipey as well. I do wet my paper towels, and I do this kind of effect to it, so it leaves a whitewash look. So I'm squeezing as I go. You can do some of that, and this kind of gives that effect of it being watery paint. Now you don't want to do too much over and over and over again, because your paper is going to start getting frail and it'll start to peel. So if you want to leave marks on it, I like to do a whitewash first sometimes, and then I'll go back and do some daubing. Sorry, I was off frame there. You can do like to frame it in, and then it just has like that white look, on there. Sometimes I don't want brush strokes, so I'll just dab around a little bit, and it'll just have whatever that, like a textury look. So you can do that with the paint dauber. So that's basically your whitewashing. With your paint, I'm just going to do a little bit of it. I like to use my little paint sponge applicator, so I do it with a dry one. So you can do it dry with a dry applicator or a dry brush, or you can wet it a lot. Like if you were to drop a little bit of paint there, if you want to water it down, you can do that. And you see how it's like watery? You can just rub that on there, and that gives you a whitewash look there. See? So either way is fine, and you can wipe some of it away, and that'll help with the drying time too of it. Okay, so that's basically your whitewash. Another thing you can do, or if you want to try, you can try it with gesso. Now gesso to me seems to be a little bit more dense than the paint. It's also is really basically used as a primer for painters when they are prepping their canvas for painting. So dry brush if you want, and go over. Actually, that was a little not enough there. You can do your whitewashing this way too. and just creates these little design or this look. And again, with like a wet paper towel, you can wipe some of it off, and it also creates a whitewash look. If you want to do it like a, sorry, I don't want to do that. If you want to water it down, you can also do that, and it already waters it down a lot for you. So then here's your wet brush application, or wet sponge, however you want. So you can do it that way. It kind of looks the same. So you can do it dry or you can do it wet. Oops. So there is your whitewash look. Very easy, right? And it looks very milky. So like some other things that I do when I am working on a project, sometimes I dab along the side, and I like to use a sponge because it has a texture to it. So you can use a sponge or whatever has that kind of a look that you're going for. And I like using gesso. It's kind of watered down now, but it can still work once you're just dabbing, because you're actually adding on that same spot, not wiping it off or anything. And you can just kind of spread a little bit of this around so it looks a little bit snowy. You can use a bigger sponge if you want to. However, play with different stuff. If I want to do like paper towel, I can actually add it just on there, just like so, and create layers that way. And you can see the texture of the paper towel. So either way is fine, however you want to do it. You can probably use a wad of cheesecloth. You can use a piece of a sponge, a regular sponge, like a household sponge. I actually have it in my drawer. I haven't used it yet, but you know, you can always cut a piece off. This is a has the scrubber on the other side, but you can always cut a piece off and just use that if you want. And there's all kinds of different things that you can find some texture with. So you know, play around with it. I think that you'll like it. It's really fun, and it adds the shabbiest looks to your project. So I really like that. So that's how I did the whitewashing for my book, and that is called whitewashing. Just washing with some white paint. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. And again, you can find some of this and some other mediums, glues and things like that, over at thejulebox.com. I'll link my blog down below so you can take a peek around there. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Jule signing out of the Jule Box. Bye, everybody.